What's up, everybody? This is DST. I'm going to show you how to make a real quick old school hip hop beat with Fruity Loops. First thing, go to File, New from Template, Minimal, Empty. Alright, so go down here in your browser to Packs and click on Vintage. Then drag in, and we're going to lower our volume here so it doesn't interfere with the bass drum 2, closed hat 1, closed hat 2, hand clap, and MA. The first thing we're going to do is write our first basic pattern, and we're just going to use a few random notes here. They're not really random, but so there you go. You got your basic beat, and you're going to duplicate that by hitting Control-Shift-C. 1, 2, 3. We now have 4 versions of this pattern, and we're going to paint them in like this. Are you with me? All right. So we get the first one. The second one, you're going to remove everything except for those two. Third pattern, we're removing only the bass drum 2. Fourth pattern, we remove the bass drum 2 and add 2 little extra notes on the end of the closed hat. We've got a basic hip hop pattern. Of course, you can see the drum beat's missing here, and we're going to add something to replace it. Go to Channels, add one, Fruity Drum Synth Live. And over here on the selected box, you're going to click it. You're going to go to 808 kick G4, and you're going to turn the decay on that up to a little past 3 o'clock. It's right here in the top oscillator section. And then you go to your piano roll for that, and you're going to find the 808 kick G4. You'll know it when you hear it. Great sound. I'm just going to write a real simple pattern for it. Okay, so that's where we're at. It's right here. Alright, the next thing, we need some kind of shuffle. That's what the MA is for. You're going to go to the piano roll here, back on its keys, and you're going to write alternating notes like this. Okay, pencil it in there. Now we're going to double click on the lower notes one at a time. Double click on them and drag this down to 20. Do it each one. Make sure you only click on the last set of numbers in the top box. We're starting to get a little bit of a shuffle there. Go down to the note panning. Pan that from side to side as it goes. There, we got that for effect. The next one, we're going to add the hand clap right in the middle of every line. We're going to turn it down just a little bit so it doesn't fight with the song. There we go. The next step, we got to add some snare drums. Go to the hip hop folder, drag in hip snare 8 and hip snare 9. And we'll write a simple offset pattern with these. We want to add them in. Alright, so Control-Shift-C to duplicate that, and for the last one you're just going to add 2 notes like you did with the hat. Perfect. The next thing we want to do is go into your dance folder and drag the crash in. Now, that sounds horrible, but we're going to do something good with it. First you reverse it. Then you go to your Ins tab, and we're going to create a volume envelope here, and basically delay and attack all the way down, decay all the way down, hold all the way up, sustain all the way down, and release all the way down. And now it only plays exactly where there's a note. It won't play anything else. We're going to put this at the end of the line. And we just create a half the pattern there. Perfect. I'm going to turn this down because of course it's going to conflict with everything when we get that volume up. Alright, so now you'd want to add your own bass. I mean, this would be one loop of the song. The next loop, you probably won't have that 808 playing. We're going to do a couple things here. So we've got all those patterns. Without the 808, we're going to need some kind of bass drum back. We're just going to go and add a nice double bass drum hit here. Let's add it at the end and the beginning. There we go. Perfect. And this time we're going to add our own bass instead of the 808. Channels, add one, PS404 bassline synthesizer. And do it again, so you've got two of them. Click on the 404, go to the Function tab, turn that gate all the way up. You want to do this for both of the 404s. Now on the top one, over here, OSC 1 plus 2, we're going to turn that down a little bit just so one has a little bit of presence there. We're going to turn this slide all the way up to get a full note and turn the FM all the way down. Down here, we're going to turn the cutoff almost to the bottom, the res almost to the bottom, and the envelope about 10 o'clock. The second 404, we're going to do some of the same things. We're going to turn on the FM. We're going to bump up the slide. This one we're going to put OSC 2 on a sine wave, and we're not going to mess with anything else. So the first thing we do here in the first 404, it's a nice raw bass sound. And we just want to write some real simple that'll be perfect. We're going to want to place that twice there. Now in the second one, we go to the piano roll and we find a nice low note right there. And we're going to put this at the very end. And we're going to make a slide to slide it down a whole octave. That's a little bit low for this video quality, so I can always turn it up an octave. Still sounds good. So that's the basic beat right there. And we're going to copy all of this stuff and paste it. Control C, Control V. This is how you'll create the rest of your song, and you'll simply copy all the notes and remove what you don't want. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to add the 808 back. You see, you can just break down the beat at any time. Pretty simple, huh? Enjoy.